Hey, Eris. Can I sit down and get some sewing done? Maybe? Pretty girl. Hi. Can I sit down and do some sewing? Right. Guess I'm gonna have to sit on you then. This is my cat Eris. But now it's time to do some sew. I've removed one beautiful black cat from the couch, and now I can get back to work on eyelets. After my last video, I put together most of a corset in the same day, just because I had my groove going, and I'm at the point where I'm sewing eyelets into one half, kind of doing it one half and then the other, so I'm going to finish all of this one and then move on to the other. You're about to see me have an epiphany, so watch for that. Oh, and here I'm showing off how I finished the seams in a very... I machine sewed it instead of fell stitching it, so I'm sorry, Bernadette Banner. I didn't have the patience for it. So here I realized that when I normally do eyelets, I put the thread through the hole and then come up through the fabric. But if I go in through the fabric and up through the hole, then not only do I have better control over where my threads are laying, but it's easier for the buttonhole stitch edge to lay right along that hole, which is where we need it to be. So I discovered that with this one, and it made a world of difference. What have I been up to in the past week? Jody and I had a conjoined birthday party. His birthday was on the 14th, mine is on the 7th, so we went up to karaoke sort of in between, and that was an amazing fun time. If I have the inclination at the end of this video, I may share with you my rendition of Moon River, which I'm actually kind of proud of because I never karaoke'd it before and someone suggested it to me. It turned out to be a good plan. My boss is coming back from Paris, or she is back from Paris, and then her first day back in the shop will be tomorrow. But it's Monday, so we both get the day off to rest and save up for the week. My trouble often with eyelets is that they try to close up on me while I'm working on them. I've heard that putting fray check around after you awl it will help with that. However, I believe I tried that once and it didn't really make much difference for me, so I'm just going with things as they are. And this corset is made out of a herringbone coutil. This came from fabrics.com, I want to say. If not, I will check my email, see exactly where it came from, and put that in the description for you. But it's a very good, sturdy fabric, and I believe I'm going to get a lot of wear out of this. It has very little stretch, so that's what you want in a corset. The pattern itself was the truly Victorian 1917 corset pattern. I'm going with the mid-bust version as opposed to the under-bust version because I need the support. And this will be something that I wear over the combinations, and I just got the lace for that, so I can finish those up over the week and hopefully put these two together soon and show you what that looks like. And I also got the lilac purple satin ribbon to lace the gathers with, because the combinations need to be gathered at the waist and neckline. And I'm debating if I want to do that at the for the thigh as well, have the gather and then have more of a drapey lace at the bottom, but I will decide on that later. For right now, I'm focused on this corset. It's very important to work on a project from the inside out. That way you know that each new garment is going to lay properly over the last one. So after the corset is done, then I need the corset cover, the petticoat, the black underskirt, the burgundy overskirt, and the black embroidered bolero, which the way I'm going to do that is draw out the pattern pieces, but don't cut them out, and then embroider them. And most of that I can do at work or in front of the TV or whenever, but there will be several videos which are me embroidering. Actually, I don't think I've introduced myself yet in this video. My name is Lauren, I'm your sewing buddy, and the idea is that you're doing some sort of crafty thing while I'm sewing, and together we are going to create beautiful things. Different beautiful things usually, but as long as we're both being productive, that's what matters. I watched a video today from the channel Better Than Yesterday, or is it Better Than Today? Again, the actual link will be in the description, but it talked about turning big tasks into 2-minute tasks to create better habits. So instead of saying that you're going to sew for an hour a day, say you're going to sew for 2 minutes a day. And that will at least get you to sit down and sew. And once those 2 minutes are up, if you want to keep going, do that. If you're not feeling it today, you've at least got those 2 minutes in, so it's still part of your schedule. And the same thing can be done with go wash a dish, go put one thing away, write one sentence, read one page in a book. Whatever habits you want to create, you can trick your brain sort of by turning them into very small things. You know, put on your gym clothes and go outside. And then while you're already outside in your gym clothes, you may as well go for a run. You know, things like this that can fool you into not putting off the things that you want to do to better yourself. And I think that's a really neat concept, and I'm looking forward to implementing that because I do need exercise. I do need to be better about sewing a little bit every day instead of saving it all up for my days off, because it would be nice to have an actual day off. Though to be fair, I did take most of Sunday off, but I was still working on the eyelets. That's why I have a few of them done already. And if my voice sounds a little weird, that's because I'm dealing with an ear infection right now, so it's probably a sinus infection rather than ears, but there's no discharge. I'm not really sure, and I should probably have someone look at it, but it's not like my ear feels clogged, but the ear canal is definitely a little swollen, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on with it. And I am keeping an eye on it. It's not getting any worse, so I'm going to let it be for now, because I don't like to use antibiotics unless I really, really have to, because that's how you wind up with these antibiotic-resistant viruses, by using them as sort of the go-to instead of the fail-safe. I know my body, it can take very good care of itself when it's given the opportunity to. I am drinking a lot of fluid, making sure I have vitamin C in my system, taking it a little bit easy, not running around cleaning everything. So I will be fine. And it's just sort of achy and annoying at the moment. And I just remembered the karaoke video is on Jody's phone, not my phone, so I can't share that, and I'm not really going to share my videos of him singing because he would not appreciate that. Though you might, he wouldn't, and he overrules you. Sorry. Before I actually get to work on the corset cover, or even probably finish the corset, I need to make a fuzzy fleece robe for a friend who commissioned me a while ago. There was no exchange of money or anything yet, but I completely spaced on the fact that they had wanted this made. So I have material coming for that, and I'll be putting that together over the next week. So I may be working on that on the next video. We'll see how far I get during the week. It's a little bit odd recording myself actually making things at this point, because I feel like I should be saving up for when I record, or I should be recording everything that I'm doing. But I know I don't have enough talking content to actually fill up the time for everything I'm doing. Last week was a different situation because I was sort of explaining what I was doing while I was doing it. But for things like this, where I'm just, sewing eyelets and it's not very close up, and I'm getting my thread all tangled and have to sit there for a while untangling it, it's more me talking at you and hoping that it's helpful for you to have someone there to talk at you and, keep you on task, remind you that, hey, we're creating things right now, so let's do that. Yeah, we'll see how this channel turns out. I'm still figuring out exactly what you need for it to be. So as always, if you have suggestions, I am all ears. I would love to create something that is helpful to the people who are here listening to me and watching me. Now, as always, I do want to know about what you're working on. I haven't had anyone really share with me yet, other than I know someone is doing housework or laundry normally while they're watching, and that is totally fine as far as creative things go too. There is some creativity in like folding laundry, because I'm sure you have a specific way to fold it. At least I do. Jody and I think our first fight ever was about how to fold a t-shirt, which is really kind of sad. I've gotten a lot better about that lately since then, so that hasn't really been an issue since, and he understands like the way that I fold them is for a reason, and I understand that there's more than one way to fold it, and if he wants to fold his the wrong way, then that's his dresser. But we are going to end here for today. I hope that you've had some time to do whatever it is you were doing and tell me about it. As always, please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time. And in the meanwhile, go create something beautiful.